Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. Here's a quick video I thought I'd do. Now, if you do a cemetery every year, you would know how hard it is to keep a lot of tombstones up. Especially like the store-bought ones, because of how cheap the foam is. Now, like for example, something like this. This was like $5 or so. Now, well, because I'm using this one. Now, one of the ideas you can do, especially if you have a lot of like wood around your house, like 2x4s and all them, maybe something not quite that big, is actually fairly simple to do. All you will need is a piece of wood and a tombstone. Now, depending on the material of the tombstone, some of them are going to be a lot harder to do than others. Some of them are going to be a lot harder to do because of the material. Now, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I have one where it's not foam like this. It's like a heavier one. Now, that one, I'm not entirely sure what to do yet. But anyway, all you need to do with a tombstone like this is just find points like this and this, for example. And then drill a hole through this, through the tombstone, and then into the wood. Find, place where you want it and everything. And then all you will need after that is a screw. To screw into the wood so it will stay straight up. Now, all you'll need after that, now you can paint the screw like gray, like what the tombstones are, if you want, depending on your lighting situation. And then all you will need after that is you can either, depending on how the ground is for when you put your cemetery in. Now, the best thing to do is if the ground is hard, the day before you go, assuming it's still sunny, it's best to water that area where you're going to put it. So if it's in, let's say, your front yard, to really get them in good, get something like a sprinkler. Now, you can do like the type that spins around really fast and kind of squirrels the water everywhere. Or you could do the type where it kind of goes back and forth. Whichever type works for you. And all you have to do is kind of let that soak a while. Maybe overnight. Hopefully it rains. And then the next day, all you have to do is kind of just like, depending on how the ground is at the time, either just push the tombstone in, or take something like a hammer or a mallet or something like that and just kind of hammer it in a little bit, just so they will stay up. The good part about all that is they will not really blow around much to any. Now, the tombstone may blow around a little bit in the wind because these are still cheap foam tombstones. So some of them will kind of maybe blow just slightly, depending on how the wind situation is. But otherwise, you won't have to deal with them falling over or something like that. Now, that is just like a quick video I decided to do on that.